second here.
Cool.
I just got to make sure that this is live and it's working.
And your room is looking sweet behind you, bro.
It's no basement, but I'm trying to see if this thing actually worked. It says it's live, so we'll see. I gotta check my channel and see if it's actually live. I don't see it on here. I'm gonna have to check one more spot. Well, I don't see it. Let's see if it will show it here. Looks like we're live. This is live. Oh, yeah, it looks like we're live. So, I don't know why I can't see any comments. This is kind of odd. Well, I'm gonna send a tweet out and see if people can see this. This is our first chat, so totally don't know what I'm doing. All right, give me 1 second here. I'm just sending it out. See if people can see it. I just sent out a link. If I don't think maybe you can't check it on your end. No, it says it's private. So how do I change it? Okay, I gotta change it to not private. Why is it private? This is weird. Okay, maybe I go public then. Is it? It's kicking me into another Hangout window.
Okay.
Hold on a sec. So I still see you. What the heck happened
Yeah.
to this? I deleted it. This is such a pain. I'm sorry. I'm still learning here as we go. I just updated that. Let's see if I click this link page here. See if it will work. My dog is going to be barking over here. Looks like it might be working now. I don't know. It says we have a couple of viewers. My dogs are going to bark here for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it's being weird. Maybe I can check on my phone to see if it shows up. Because I can see it. Comments are disabled, he says. Okay, so where do I go to edit that? So they said the comments, they can see us.
Hey, I've done this.
Well, it's showing up on my phone, so it looks like it's live. I'm seeing some comments, so... Okay, they pop up on the right-hand side. Okay, so I see comments working. All right, I see some people in the chat though. So now we're here. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and jump in and get started then, since I see that it's actually sort of working. Welcome to the first KickCast, and this is a series that I'm going to be doing on my website, collectivekicks.com, where I will just have random guests. And today we have a very special guest. We have Mr. Jumpmanbostic. Where is he? Did he drop? He might have dropped. I'm going to have to re-invite him. This is, where did Mark go? Sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second. What's going on, fellas? I'm gonna re-invite him and see what happened. So yeah, so sorry for the slow start here, trying to figure out what we're doing. I've never done this before, and it's really difficult to figure out the link stuff. So we'll give it just a second here, and I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, wait where and find where Jumpman was. He was just in the chat, so I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he got bounced. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna try to get Jumpman back. What's going on, guys? I see you guys in the comment section. It looks like it's working. Trying to get Jumpman back. Give me 1 second. So, well, this is unfortunate because I wanted to try to get him back on here before we started out. But this is going to be a series that I'm going to do. I'm not sure how often I'm going to do this. Probably once every 2 weeks, maybe once a month, and it will be a series where basically I'll just have guest speakers and stuff, and we'll just discuss sneaker stuff. And I think some weeks we'll have like uniform topics, and really try to stick to the main topic the entire time. Other times we'll just have random guests. So see here. I wonder why. I don't know why he left. So yeah, I'm sorry for the delay again, guys. We're just trying to get Jumpman back on here. It looked like he ended up dropping right after we went live, and the link actually started working because I was getting a random error saying that the chat was private and stuff like that, and then I couldn't get the comment section to work, and gotta love technology. And we have Mr. Bostic will be joining us back in a second, and he clean my room. Yeah, and he'll be back here in a second though, and we'll try to get everything rolling. So again, I apologize for the delay. I appreciate you guys for jumping in and joining the live stream. Definitely stepping out of my comfort zone doing this. So I guess it's 2014 for a reason. Some changes and all that stuff for the new year. But man, it's crazy seeing all the comments and stuff. I see a lot of familiar names in the comment section. I see a lot of new ones as well. So ones that I just maybe I haven't seen comment a lot of. Well, I gotta check back to Jumpman and see what's going on here. Trying to get him to rejoin the chat. I don't know why we ended up getting disconnected right before we went live. But yeah, I should have cleaned the room up, man. I had just sneaker boxes all over the place and random sneakers from previous videos that I haven't put anything away. So it's been kind of one of those lazy days. I'm trying to get a bigger house eventually here. If you guys want to leave some comments in the comment section on some questions that you guys have for Jumpman and myself, that would be great. He'll be joining us again. If you're just joining the stream, he'll be joining us in a second, and we'll get things rolling. This is going to be mostly just basically us chatting about Mr. Bostic this episode, and then we'll have some random topics. But I know that he's been around YouTube for quite a while, but like if you think about it, Jumpman's been around a lot longer than a lot of us have, and the dude is definitely one of those people that I respect in the sneaker community and stuff. And there's a whole bunch of questions that I have for him because I don't know his history either. So, but we're trying to get him in here. I don't know what happened here. We'll give him a second and see what's going on here. I think he's back in.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Did you get disconnected?
Yeah, it kept saying call error on my end. I don't know what that was.
Well, good. Welcome back.
Yeah, we're up on it now.
Yep. All right, guys. We got Jumpmanbostic in the house here. So welcome, sir. Let's just jump in because I'm sure people are anxious to hear some of the questions that we have and hear some stuff from you. So first thing, if you don't mind, I had the question. of how did you get your name, Jumpmanbostic? You there, sir? You get disconnected again? The pugs? The pugs are sleeping. One's right down on my feet. Did we lose Mark again? I see him in here. Mark, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can't see you. I see your. Oh,
Okay.
there you go. There you go.
Okay. The first question I had for you is how did you get your name?
Wow. Um, I'm a former police officer, so some of my partners would come by the house and they would see all my shoes. This was back when I had maybe 50 pair, like early in the game. And they started just calling me Jordan at first. And then, I worked undercover, so they said, Jumpman. So then Jumpman, then Bostic, it just kicked in. The next thing I know, I go from 50 to 100 to 200. Now I'm over 800. It's just a name that stuck with me by some partners on the police department.
That's crazy. So you're retired police then?
Yes.
I think I did know that, and so you're retired completely now from work, or do you have another side work that you end up doing?
I do private investigations now for another company, but I got injured on the job, and I almost lost my right leg. Almost had to amputate it.
Wow.
A kid in a stolen car hit our police car, and I was driving, and they brought back what's called the Big Four here in Detroit, where there's 4 officers in a car, and we work plain clothes, and we look for Detroit's most wanted.
Dang.
And this guy T-boned us, knocked us into a tree, and the whole engine came onto my leg. And this is kind of what it looks like now.
Man.
So luckily they were able to save it, but they forced me to retire after 15 years on the job.
15. That's the next question I was going to ask. How many years? 15 years. That's crazy,
15,
man.
yeah. It was wild. I seen a lot. I felt like I was at war, a lot of times out there.
So, with the knee injury, then how does that affect you where you're at now? You probably can't hoop at all or work. What about working out? Did we lose you? I think you might be frozen up again. I'm not. You
Here
there
we go.
still? Oh, there
Yep.
you go. Okay.
Here we go. You was asking about how does my knee affect me?
Yeah. For like, are you able to work out or still play basketball?
No. I can, I kind of like, giddy up a little bit, but I can't like run like you normally run. But I still play a little bit,
That's good.
every now and then. But it's not like it used to be.
Gotcha. Well, that's crazy, man. I just wanted to take a second out and just say thank you so much for joining in the chat, man. You're one of those people in the community I've looked up to from the beginning, and like it's just an overall great role model for the younger sneakerheads, but also just like it's you have the most impressive collection for Jordans, and as a huge Jordan fan, and the reason why I got started in sneakers, it's definitely an honor to actually speak with you and have you on. Um, so. Let's see here. If you're still there, I know your internet's a little choppy. Uh, what's you still there, Mark? Oh, we lost him. We lost him. The internet thing is not working out so well for us. Um, let's keep it nice in the comment section. How about that? Um, I didn't know he was 15 years into the force. I'm gonna go ahead and try to send him an invite again. I apologize for the disconnects. Jumpman actually doesn't even have. He's actually connecting through an iPad, which I didn't even know was possible. I'm gonna send him a text real quick. So we're gonna wait for him to try to get back in. I just sent him another message. Sorry about the disconnects. Yeah, that's crazy though. I didn't know. I mean, I can't even imagine being a police officer in Detroit. It's got to be. I mean, I hear lots of things about Detroit being real rough. Um, let's see here. Born Baller, I saw your comment earlier about the powder blues. That was a question I was definitely looking forward to asking. See if he's going to be copping those. I personally, I'm really looking for the powder blue threes. Like it's one of those ones when we first saw images, I was like, yeah, they're all right. But then, uh, but then I see more images, and then I see the like the nubuck or whatever on those. It looks crazy from the pictures and some small videos that we've seen. So I'm all about it. I'm trying to get those for sure. It's going to be a major general release, but I'm pretty stoked about that. We back?
Yeah, I don't know why I keep getting kicked off.
Your kids on the computers?
No, no, not now. My
That's all
wife is
right.
on the phone upstairs, but you know we have a lot of gadgets hooked up in this house.
Yeah, that's
Everybody
okay.
has a computer here, it seems like.
No, that's no problem. So the next question I had, and I'm sure a lot of people want to know this, is what got you started into sneakers? Like you had 50 pairs when you were on the force, but what made you really get into these things, especially Jordans?
Well, I had more. Yeah, I had more way before that. Remember now, they started in 1985. I got on the force in 1996. I had all of the OGs, and I moved from California after I quit playing basketball in Mexico. I moved back here to Detroit. My mother passed in 95, so I came back to Detroit, and movers stole the majority of my shoes.
What?
So I had more than that. Yeah, at first.
You
So all of my
kidding me?
OGs were gone, and all I was able to recover were the 99s through 2001 with the Nike Air on the back. And I got the OG ones from 1985 to Chicago. So I was able to get those back. But what got me into it is
Man.
I'm 2 days older than MJ.
Okay.
We were born the same year, same month. His birthday is February 17th. Mine's the 15th. And he was in college at North Carolina while I was in college at the University of San Diego. And I remember me and my roommate, Chris, we used to run home and watch his games on ESPN in the dorms. So we wore Adidas in college. And I posted some pictures on my Instagram of me wearing Adidas. And 1986 was the last time I wore anything but Jordans.
Wow.
Once I got out of college, even when I played ball down Jordans. So I've had nothing else on my feet since 1986.
That's crazy. And what was it about the Jordans? No Converse or anything like that. You just liked it was the Michael thing, right? It was mostly
Well,
Michael driven.
well, it was when I saw the colorway. You know, when I saw the band ones. Well, first was the Chicago, then the band ones. It was just they were different. I was just used to seeing all white shoes.
Ah, yeah. Back
And
then there was not as much
it,
variety, huh?
yeah, only ones that were colored, if you think back, was Walt Frazier with his Pumas
Ah, man, that's
when
way before my time.
when he was with the Knicks. So to see a player that, you know, I kind of tried to model my game after his, even though we were in college at the same time. You know, I would mock his moves and stuff like that. But once his shoe dropped, I was hooked. And I couldn't wear anything but Adidas. We had Adidas everything in college. They gave us the track suits, the shoes, the hat. So even during the off season, we had to, you know, wear Adidas stuff because the school was under contract with them.
That's hilarious. So you played college ball then, huh?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
awesome. Yeah, I saw some of the pictures on your Instagram. Which, by the way, if you guys don't follow Jumpmanbostic, I'm gonna put a link in the description to his channel, so you guys can go check out his channel. It's definitely worth watching if you guys haven't seen it. But also, I'll put a link to his Instagram because he's one of those ones that's worth following. And on a side note, you've posted a couple different pictures of two different Jordans now that totally sparked my interest. One of them was the Tinker Hatfield Jordan 1 Alphas, and I just recently picked those up and did a review of those, all because of the
Yes.
picture that you posted. And then also I had the Tribe Called Quest Jordan 1s, and I totally forgot about those shoes. One of my favorite groups of all time. You posted a picture of those. One of my buddies posted a picture at the same time. I instantly started searching eBay, and I got them for a steal. So I
Yeah.
appreciate the Instagram more than anybody because I learn a lot every single time I go back to the page and stuff. It's pretty cool to be able to see.
I appreciate that. You know, I'm one who collects a little bit of everything. If people see my pages or my videos, I like the Jordan boots, you know, the Trunners, the Team Jordans, the typical number Jordans, even beyond 13. You know,
Yeah.
it's just a little bit of everything that I like because I feel as though I get everything I need out of one brand. I don't need to go to Adidas for some running shoes. I don't need Asics for some running shoes. I don't need to buy any Timberlands because I can, you know, Jordan has boots. But that's just me.
Yeah.
And I don't push that on my family or my kids. You know, that's something that I like. But if I'm out with my kids and they're like, Daddy, I want those, then I'll get them. But I don't say, you know, oh, I'm going to get them. I'm going to force my son to wear Jordans because I do. He likes
Yeah.
his Incredible Hulk shoes, his Spider-Man
Yeah,
shoes.
of
So if he
course.
gets older, from what he says, he hangs out with me down here and he said, Daddy, these are all my shoes. And I was like, yeah, you know, if you want them, they're yours. But I'm not going to force what I grew up loving to do on him. You know, I just can't do that.
Yeah, that's actually one of those things. I know there's a lot of older sneakerheads now that are having kids or that have kids that are older, and whether or not they're gonna follow the trend and follow the footsteps of like I'm sure like your sons, you have a son, right?
Yep, I have two sons. I have a
Okay.
19-year-old and then I have a 7-year-old.
Yeah, yeah. So I bet he's wishing he was your size, like shoe size. You ever worried about that?
Well, my 19-year-old, he's a size 10, so
Oh,
he's
okay.
done. He's done growing, but he's into to getting the shoes that are releasing now. You know, so he wants the threes that are coming out this weekend. So
Gotcha. Yeah,
you
that's
know,
like somebody was asking about that in the comment section. Are you going to be picking up the powder blue threes this weekend?
I'm not. My son wants them, and you know the way the game is now, and we'll get into that a little bit later. My connect can only do one
Yeah.
shoe. I love my kids, so I'll pass. I'll find them if I want them.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get them.
Nice.
So
Nice. Yeah, I
you know,
actually really liked them when
and
you
I.
disconnected. I was saying I really liked those the powder blues myself. So I'm gonna be copping for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I saw some pictures of them, and eventually, you know, I'll come across them, or I'll if they don't sell out, which I'm sure they will. You know, I'll be able to get them, but I'm gonna look out for him first.
Excellent. What a guy. Um, so how did you get back into so like if you end up getting a lot of your OG Jordans stolen, like how I think at that point I don't even know, man. I mean, I'd want to just walk away. Like, I don't even know how it would be so difficult to just want to rebuild a collection, getting your stuff stolen. But it didn't affect you like that, huh?
Oh man, I went round and round with this company. This was back in 1995, and you know, I had a moving company move me from San Diego back here to Detroit, and everything made it except for the boxes that said shoes on it. That's what was my first mistake,
Yeah,
writing shoes on it. And I guess they figured there was something in there that they could get. And you know, they said that the tracking isn't like it is now, where they track every single box. Back
yeah,
then, they didn't have that, so they claimed everything was there that was shipped. And you know, I fought it tooth and nail to the best that I could at that time, and it was just a major loss. But to answer the question, I still had the passion for not only collecting but wearing
yeah,
my shoes. You know, I mean, I have some one of ones that I wear. You know, it's just a love that I have for sneakers and the clothes that go with them. I just like to match. You know, and people hate on that. You know, that say it looks corny or whatever. That's up to them. You
yeah. I
know,
agree with
it's
that.
each, you know, that's going to these fakes or super fakes as they call them, which we'll get into in a little bit too. You know, it's if that's what people like, fine, but I don't want to get off into that. If
Yeah,
I can't keep it real, then I don't want them. And then I ventured down that road with Friday Night Kicks, and they was, you know, saying that the shoes are legit, and you know, we all know that a certain amount of shoes are released to Jordan brand people or people that's part of the Jordan team, and they get them early, but not
Yeah.
that many.
No.
You know, it's only a handful of them that go to friends and family. So the ones people saying that these shoes that are early releases are real.
Yeah, that's that's a slippery slope. I think that it's gotten to the point now where I mean, because I tried to handle a lot of that earlier, and I got reamed from a lot of the rep companies, and part of it was just maybe the way I approached the situation. I didn't have any caution because I mean I was just trying to be honest with the situation and what I thought. But the bottom line is I think that nowadays there's unauthorized is the new word for anything else. So if it's somewhat questionable, it looks and smells kind of real, then it's unauthorized. But I mean I don't know. There's a whole bunch of gray area in that, and I know there's something that's going to be. I know that Jordan Brand's working on something. Oh, we lost Mark again. Oh, there he is. He's back. You back?
Yeah, yeah, I'm back
Okay.
again.
No problem. Yeah. So I know that Jordan Brand's going to be working on something in the years to come to remedy that. The thing that gets me the most about all of the early release stuff is people really thinking that Jordan Brand is okay with it or Nike is okay with it. It's not. They're not colluding on and working with these companies. It just these people are making money off of their name and their product, any which way you look at it. So I know that something's going to be working. In the works in the next year or so with that. But it's a tough subject because I know a lot of people support those things, and the bottom line is that I don't, and I know that you don't. But
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not trying to force my views on anybody else, but don't
yeah,
you can't take my opinion away from something either.
yeah. Me either. And I voiced or I posted a link that was sent to me by one of these sites overseas talking about we'll pay you $3,000 a month,
Yeah,
give you free product to have you advertise our shoes. And I got a lot of thumbs up for not taking the money, but then I got a lot of people talking about swallow your pride. What do you mean swallow your
yeah,
pride?
uh,
If I'm true to something, why would I want to change? I
yeah,
believed in Friday Night Kicks, and I told them at the beginning, if the stuff isn't authentic, I'm gonna make another video. I'm gonna cut my ties with you, which I should have known anyway.
yeah,
But you try to believe in people, and then they throw you a curveball. Then there's certain people that claim that they backed me for years, and then they say I'm attacking them because I'm voicing that I don't support, the fake movement.
yeah. Well,
So
it's a big movement nowadays. It's
yeah,
like
it is. It
It's
is.
it's it's got. I mean, comparison to like in the late '90s when you'd have fake Jordans and stuff to now. I mean, it's crazy the quality. I mean, some of the stuff looks really 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 legit, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me how legit it looks and how close to authentic it is. If it's not from a retailer, for me, I don't want to mess with it. So
Yeah.
that's just
That's
the way. Yeah.
that's how I feel now, and I'm even skeptical of buying stuff that I miss on release day on eBay now because there's so many on there also that people are buying from early sites and turning around trying to flip them on eBay.
Yeah. And
So
that's the thing that really gets me the most worked up about all that stuff. Yeah, definitely. Because there's a lot of people. I mean, the people on YouTube, the people that watch the YouTube videos, are the ones, in my opinion, that are the most into the market for the most part. There's a lot of people that don't know anything, and they're really, I mean, getting suckered for top dollar for some stuff that they don't know that's not even. I mean, if and something that I'm going to be working on is um, some of these replica or early releases or whatever they are. I'm going to be trying to get my hands on a couple pairs of them. I might actually just go to the sites and buy them, and then I'm going to take them in. Uh, Jordan Brand actually has a machine that can cut them straight in half, like perfectly in half. I'm going to
mhm,
take them in and have them actually cut them in half and do a video to show you guys what it looks like because they're not the same. A lot of times I've heard from internal sources that the airbags are not, they're not airbags. The PSI for the air units are not up to standard. It's not even, sometimes it's just plastic and they're not real, but they look real. And I think that there's a lot of people out there that have replicas that can probably attest to this, that their replicas that they have or their early releases, they don't look and feel as good as they probably should, especially after you wear them for a year. I want to know how durable it is in
Hmm.
comparison to some other sneakers.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
because it's some people that truly believe in them, and by no means am I um, gonna bash them. I'm not gonna support them.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
in the
gonna
same boat.
watch their videos. I'm not gonna retweet them or anything like that. It's just not something that
Well,
that
because it looks like you support it at that point.
yeah,
I mean, and
yeah,
I understand that completely. I agree with what you said, though. It's not. I usually don't even talk about it anymore, just because I honestly want to let them do their thing, and I'll let me do, and have them let me do my thing. I mean, because at the end of the day, they can do whatever they want. I mean, it's a free country. Like, if they want to do those type of reviews and stuff, and some of the reviews are pretty good from the perspective of the comparisons and stuff. I mean, it lets you know what's on the market.
yeah.
There is some value add to some extent for those that are wondering if there's fakes out there. But I know that there's a lot of people that don't have um, the pure like intentions for some of that stuff. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, for the, again, like you said, those there's getting them for free and selling them for retail is kind of crazy. But
Yeah. And then denying it in the beginning that these are just for my personal wear, and then
yeah,
you see them for sale, or see a link or a tweet or something on Instagram saying hit me up, and I don't do business over the phone, or on Instagram and stuff like that.
and for those of you guys that don't know, I did the review of these last year, and me and Jumpmanbostic sent some pictures back and forth about these shoes in particular, the Rayon 13s.
Yeah,
And I did a review on these, and I said in the review they just felt off to me. They looked a little bit off. They felt off. I think I paid over $300 for these from somebody on eBay who was selling them as I guess technically an early release pair. But honestly, I think I'm going to take these in and have these cut in half just to show you guys what it looks like inside. And we did some comparisons from his pair and mine.
yeah.
The tags on the inside look right, but they're not. I mean, his Jumpman has the real pair, and we did some comparisons
Let
of the
me grab
tags.
mine right quick.
Yeah, they might not be able to see it because of the video, but we did comparisons of the tags. We did comparisons in the insole and in the stitching. You can see mine has black stitching. His will actually, I believe, if he can get them, have the white stitching on the insole. So so those the people that are like, well, if you've never held them, you can't say anything. I've heard that the number one thing people kept on talking trash about. I've got stung on a pair right here. I mean, I won't pass these off for 100% authentic. So yeah, yours is it white
There's a
thread?
tag. There's a tag, and see, my thread is white.
Yeah. So just a subtle difference, man. His white, my thread is black on the inside. So it's kind of just one of those things I wanted to show people while we had that up in the topic. But anyway, I mean, so I got stung on a pair of rayons, and this was before I knew that there was a ton of replicas out there for these. I mean,
Oh
I didn't
wow,
know. I
yeah,
had no idea because it was
wow.
just I thought I was getting lucky on them, but I ended up getting burned, and I have this is as unauthorized as you can get. It looks and feels, it smells real, but it's definitely a little bit off. Um, so yeah,
That is my favorite shoe in my collection.
that was
That
one of
was
my questions. Yeah.
that was a shoe I was on the hunt for, and it took me a little more than 9 months to get that shoe. I tried everywhere on release day, couldn't get it, and then actually a friend of mine out of Florida helped me out. His name is ERA Got Heat. I don't know if you ever saw his Instagram, but he has a
Uh,
major shoe collection. But he knew someone in Boston who got them from the Nike Town in Boston. So I had the receipt and everything. But that really wasn't guaranteeing. You could put a receipt in any box.
yeah.
But it was just from my conversations with him. He knew who I was, and he knew that I was a Ray Allen fan, and he said, here, I just want you to have these, and he gave them to me for a very reasonable price.
That's crazy. That's pretty dope.
And I have a couple shoes that people have looked out for me on just on the strength of me being a Ray Allen fan or a Jordan collector, which is really cool. I've had people send me shirts, socks, shoes. Like a guy out of Baltimore, he sent me the K54 nines, because
Yeah, those.
he knew I was looking for them, and that's from doing sneaker shows. I've connected with a lot of people, and I've gained a lot of people's respect, and I believe that comes from the respect that I give them. I speak to anybody who would want to speak to me.
Yeah, no, it's definitely true, man. Because I reached out to you a long time ago, and I mean you're definitely an active individual that's out there and doing good things for the sneaker community. So that's why, like honestly, like first guest I thought of was you. So I'm glad you were able to actually come in and do this.
Man, I
Um,
appreciate it.
and I really want to get you out to Oregon, man.
I
Like
would.
one of these days, we have to figure something out because we'll get you out here and bring you over to the into campus, into Jordan headquarters, and you can have a walk around. That's an
Man,
experience, man. Like you see so many shoes that you've never seen before ever, and they have different samples of different like shoes that just never made it to market, and they're just sitting around everybody's cubicles. It's just crazy. It's
wow.
definitely worth the trip out, and I know that some people already said they'd let you come through. So
I'd be like a kid in a candy store. I'd probably
yeah,
run out of film. This is
seriously,
another shoe I want you to look for. It has the two bottom,
yeah, that,
but it's called um, the Jordan Classic '87. It was a series of these that came out, Hess, and some are patent leather, some are leather. They have some in the Bulls colorways. They have some with the cement print, the elephant print. Wow, it's a bunch of different ones.
that's
It's it's a,
crazy.
it's a pretty sweet series of shoes, and it started back in like 2008. So
Yeah, I don't think I've seen those ones. That's crazy.
I'll post some pictures for you of them, and really really comfortable casual shoe. You see the air unit there in the back.
Yeah, it looks like full air.
It's a real casual shoe, and it's all patent.
It almost looks like an Air Force One upper.
Yeah,
That's wild.
it's a pretty sweet shoe.
Yeah, that's the one thing I appreciate about your love for the Jordans is it's not about the hypest sneakers that you can get your hands on. I mean you have the 2 3s. We've seen those in the past. Talk about those the dress shoes,
Yeah,
and I mean you have like the whole array of sneakers, Jordan brand. It's not just the hype shoes that are available. It's pretty dope.
yeah. Even the the collab shoes with Air Force Ones. The people hate. I have about 40 pair of those.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
crazy.
I cop and rock what I like. I've had people tell me that I'm not a true collector because I have those in my collection.
Yeah, they don't know what they're
I'm like,
talking about.
I'm like, wow. I even had people say that before I had the DMP pack, and I just got that last year in February.
That's crazy.
And I had been looking for that since 2006. And the story behind that was I was in line. They had my size. The person in front of me was a size 12. He bought the size 13 because his
You got
size was
snaked.
gone. Yeah. So I had been waiting since 2006 to get those. Got them dead stock. The minute they came in, I put them on my feet. Why
Man,
not?
I still want that pack. I missed out on that one hard.
It's sweet. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
that's crazy. So what Jordan do you think you have the most of in one colorway or in one not one colorway, one silhouette? Like
Oh,
for me, I think I have 19 pairs of Jordan 5s, and I was surprised by that. A lot of them came this year, but I bet you
wow.
have just a crazy amount
The
of.
Jordan ones.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's an easy one, I
That's
bet.
what I have the most of. Starting right there. See them?
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Starting right here. And then down here.
Holy moly.
All of these. And people want to see my Jordan 1 collection, but it's so many of them. I haven't counted them recently, but it's probably a good 45 or 50.
Man, that's
That's
ridiculous.
and but my favorite are the eights. But the ones is just something about the ones is what got me hooked. You know, and my the OG Chicago's right there.
Oh yeah,
You know, it's just something about the ones
yeah,
where I just love them. I love the way they feel. A lot of people don't like the way they feel, say that they're hard on their feet, but I remember playing in the ones,
yeah. That's
in
crazy.
in '85 and thought they was the most comfortable shoe out.
Do you
But
have any? Did you get any of the 28s?
yes, and that's a shoe that I was hopping around on the accordion playing in, and that's a lovely shoe. I wish I could have played in that in my day before I messed up my knee, because that is a very comfortable shoe.
Yeah.
I really like the
Well,
28.
that's good that you're keeping up pace. So we got a question in the
Hmm.
comment section. They want
Sure.
me to ask you about the outlet steals. This is Cop Till You Drop. What's up, man? The outlet steals back in the day. Like what is like one of the or top two or whatever like top pickups or steals that you got from back in the day from outlets?
Shoot, if people know me, they know I got the Ray Allen 15 from the outlet for
See,
29.95, the Bucks PE.
that
And
is
then I
crazy.
I got the I'm gonna try to show you the price tag on it. Hold on one second.
That is ridiculous. Yeah, I love. If you guys don't know Cop Till You Drop's Instagram, you guys should check him out. He just left a comment. The guy always has outlet steals. I always support that stuff. I always think the outlet things are awesome.
I know a lot of people don't believe it, but you can see it right there. It says 29.95.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what these stickers look like at the Nike outlet. And it's
Yeah.
the Ray Allen, it's a 13 and a half, and it's the PE 15. And then I also scooped up these, and you don't see this anymore at the outlets where they have the PEs there. I don't know if you remember this shoe. This is Eddie Jones when he's with the
Yeah.
Lakers, the EJ6. And I
That's
got
crazy.
it has the same sticker on it. I don't know if you can see the price though.
I can't see it clearly, but that's
Yeah,
wild.
but it was 29.95 right down there at the bottom by my
Man,
finger.
that is
But
nuts.
those were back in the day. This is Nike outlet here in Michigan, up in Howell, Michigan. They used to have all of the PEs and stuff there, and they had a bunch of them. And at that time, I really wasn't thinking I could have got
Swoop
like
in.
three or four pair of each shoe. But yeah, that to answer his question, that
That's awesome. That's a
yep,
great question, and that's a dope story, man. That's crazy price too.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so how do you feel about the Jordan? So everybody always says the Jordan 1 through 13s is the ones that everybody collects, but now you got to feel like we're now it seems like a lot more focus is being driven on some of the later models. I've seen a lot of people really liking the 17s. I personally like the 17s and the 16s quite a bit, but I'm seeing as we're going like people are actually wanting some of these other ones to be retroed. I don't know. What do you think about the love of the 1 through 13s and how people have disregarded the rest?
I don't like it. I even went through a series of when I was showing my shoes, everything above 13. Of course, I love the 1 through 13. No doubt. But like the 14s, they only saw him play 2 games in. The last shots. And those are some comfortable shoes to me, and I'm glad that they're bringing the black toes back.
Yeah, yeah, no
So
doubt. That's crazy that this year is going to be a good year.
I would like to see some 17s come. I like to see the 17 plus come with the reptile skin,
Okay.
the chrome 17s, and I like to see those come back. I like to see some 19s. You
Yeah,
know, I actually love the 20s. I got a pair of 20s based from the prior question about from outlet steel prices. I got some 20 lows without the strap
oh really?
from the outlet for a very, very cheap price. So, yeah, I mean, I like all of the number J's. And people ask me, what is your least Favorite number,
That's a
Jay?
good question. That's another one on my list.
Uh, wow. I would say the 18 because it's so boxy,
Yeah.
but I like the 18.5,
Yeah.
the mellow one. So, but the 18 was, it was kind of heavy,
I had the
but
18. Well, that's they came with the wizard colorway, the first one to come
first,
with the
yep,
wizard, right?
yep.
Now, so I got those ones in the original colorway, and I actually ended up returning them because I think the button or the snapper or the magnetic snap busted off, so I ended up just returning them back in the day. Kind of
Oh,
a
okay.
bummer.
Yep,
But
on the
yeah,
tongue.
I
Yep,
actually
yep,
like
yep.
the whole upper on that's like one piece of suede, so it was a unique design. But yeah, um, yeah, that's funny. So I had, let's see here. So let's jump into this question. This is probably a good one, and I'd like to hear your kind of viewpoint on this. And the current state of sneakers that we're at right now. Like
Yeah.
you saw the tweet from the kid earlier.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
mentioned that if you want to jump into that maybe and your thoughts on the current state.
The current state to me is all hype, resellers, and who has the most heat.
Yeah.
Those are the three major problems I see. You know, and plus there's people out here that want to use people who are uh, successful with followers or videos on YouTube to try to bring them down to create a name for themselves. You know, I see my name um, under people's videos when I go scroll through and I see my name attached to other people's videos, you know, like they're tagging me in their videos, you know, like that's going to bring them views or something or whatever, or they'll make a video about me that's
Yeah.
negative to bring viewers to their page or whatever, or create uh, videos where you know they think I'm gonna come back with a video and go back and forth with them, but you know
Yeah.
it's just it's a lot of hate in the game, and when I first started, it was all love with people trying to help one another be able to get shoes, maybe not at retail, but at a reasonable price.
Yeah.
I
Reasonable at
I
least. Yeah.
I don't mind people selling shoes. There's times I just had to recently sell a shoe. I had to buy a washing machine.
Yeah.
You know,
I saw
but
that. It looked like a nice washing machine
yeah,
from the pictures I
yeah.
saw.
But I didn't you know go with what the price was on eBay or Flight Club. I gave a price that I felt was reasonable because I you know I want to look out for people, and this person wanted to complete the fear pack,
Okay.
and so you know he was able to complete the fear pack, and I'm able to take care of my family. You know, I mean, I love my shoes, but if I gotta sell each and every one to take care of my family, that's what comes first.
Yeah, man. I totally respect that, and I'm in the same boat for sure. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, we are people that like to collect shoes and love uh, definitely Jordan brand and other brands out there. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're just sneakers. I mean, I have mentioned it many times as well. If I have to get rid of them, then I get rid of them at any given time. It's not like I I don't know. It's just one of those things that family is definitely more important. So I'm glad you said that.
I mean, I hope I answered this question. You know, there's still a lot of there's some good in it. You know, but I can count on one hand the people I deal with.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, it's tough,
know,
man. Everybody's in
yeah,
it for themselves, and like you said, the hype is definitely there, and everything's about limited. And there's when you look at every weekend, there's a bunch of sneakers that drop, and everybody's only interested in copying those sneakers so they can sell them. Um,
yeah.
I don't know, man. It is kind of like a crazy thing that's been happening, and there's a lot of attention on sneakers nowadays. Um, but at the end of the day, I don't know. We just gotta if I want to keep getting the sneakers that I like, and I'm gonna keep trying to do it. Luckily for my location, it works out a little bit easier. But
It's bad here. You know, it seemed like every no matter what shoe, even the 1.5s, the mellow
yeah,
1.5. So that and it's to me is just the hype of the shoe now, or it's not even the hype of the shoe. Let me check that. It's not the hype of the shoe. It's the people trying to make a living off
yeah,
of reselling shoes, but they're not reselling them at a price where it's beneficial to them.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to get $400-500 for some shoes that cost $140.
Yeah.
You know, to me, that's not reasonable. You
I
know.
gotta say, I'm never really been against resellers. Like the bottom line is the type of people that resell that I'm more, I guess, against is those that walk into a store, pull some strings, and get 15, 20 pairs of
Oh
one
yeah,
shoe.
yeah.
Like if you, I feel like if I was to get a pair of the Preludes, like or whatever, um, that were coming out like the Kobe Preludes, and if I didn't like that shoe, I would use that shoe as trade bait to get something older or something that I actually really wanted.
Hmm.
So I mean, but it's not like I don't know if it's a one or two sort of thing. I think that's not hurting anything, but it's when it gets to the point where you literally can't walk into the store and get a shoe because this person has 20 pairs and they want you to pay 3 times retail.
Yeah,
Like the day they come out, that's when
that
I'm yeah
that's what I'm talking about too. And this
yeah
this is a quick story. At my spot, there was two people at the front of the line. They bought all 20 pair of the Jordan ones, the Bred ones that they had
yeah.
at this spot. All 20 pair. People camped out all night. They didn't
That's
get a
crazy.
chance to even buy the shoe. My thing is, why can't you just buy one pair and go to the end of the line and give somebody else a chance? Why are two people
Yeah.
allowed to buy your whole stock?
Yeah, there should be limit one. I mean, that's the way usually it works out.
You know, then I posted that on my Instagram and I asked that question. In a lot of states, it is that way,
Yeah.
but here it's not. They're allowed to buy whatever they want to buy, and then they coming out in the parking lot. You know, $400-500 right now. You can get these. You
Yeah.
think people aren't going to be mad? You
Yeah.
know, it was people wanting to fight and pull out guns and everything. It got pretty testy because of the way people were coming out. You know, 6, 7 bags, 2 shoes in
Yeah, that's
each
crazy.
bag, and you know,
I,
just
I'm surprised people wouldn't react to that. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. But that's what I mean by reselling. People
Yeah.
may say I'm a reseller because I had to sell a random pair of shoes to help supplement the
Sure.
pay of something that appliance that wasn't cheap. I don't consider myself a reseller, but if I have to sell something to obtain something for my family, I'll do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So I got a question for you, especially since you're like the OG, you're like the living legend of the sneaker people out there, man. And
Uh,
so how
Thank you.
is yeah, definitely. So how is it nowadays for you as somebody that's been collecting from before the internet, like literally, like I mean, you've had Jordan since the 80s. Like how is it for you that's been out there, but nowadays we have Instagram, we have YouTube, the ways to share everything, like Facebook groups, like I mean eBay, all these different ways for you to be able to get sneakers and share your passion. But back then, like how is the transition for an older cat to be able to? I mean, do you like being able to share your stuff on Instagram and stuff like that, or I mean, or how did you share your stuff from back in the day
I
with other
didn't.
people? You
My
didn't.
my my oldest son in 2008, July the 29th, 2008 was my first video, and he talked me into it. And I think I had 440 paired in,
Wow.
and I just shot a video of my basement. And then I looked at the comments, and people like, those are all empty boxes. I was like, wow, because I didn't take any shoes out of the box. I just showed
But
the
yeah.
boxes, and I was a little turned off by it because nobody, other than people who, would come by the house knew of my collection. So to open myself up to what it is now, it's a lot of scrutiny, and I give a lot of props to people that do videos. To yourself, I see the hate you get. I've seen the
Yeah.
videos that people have made, the racial, I caught it too
Yeah.
from one of the same people, but it's just jealousy.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's people that want to knock you down to try to get on top of you, and it's enough for all of us to eat, you know.
Yeah, that's probably one of the biggest things. Like as like an older fellow like yourself, like I mean, it's a different generation to be able to jump in from being somebody that's had a large collection that nobody knew about, maybe family and people that came over, to putting a video out and having people just leave ridiculous comments and seeing how people can actually react. It is really something that's difficult, and it's been difficult for me because I don't have the
Yeah,
thickest skin in the world. But
yeah,
yeah, man, it comes with the territory. Unfortunately, with the new day and age, and a lot of the younger generation out there, it's everyday stuff for them because they see all the negativity, either contribute or don't contribute to it depending on who they are. But like
yeah.
it just I think that it's like for older people it's harder to probably adjust to the newer lifestyle of what things are.
Yeah, I've changed a lot. I'm real picky, and my circle has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller because
Yeah,
of it. And I'm the type of person I get a skin off my back to help somebody. But now I'm like, I was helping people, I was shouting people out, I was this, I was that, and now, I just don't. I don't do collab videos.
yeah,
I'm very picky with who is on this one hand. You're
yeah.
on this one hand. You know what I'm saying? And it's no disrespect to people, and I meet people at shows and I talk to them, and I Instagram with you. But as far as like collabing and doing videos and mixing my name with
Yeah,
with certain other people, I don't do it. And then I had a person mad at me because I wouldn't collab with them, and then they
yeah.
started all this hate on me,
Yeah, I know who that is. I know you.
you
Yeah.
know,
I mean, it is what it
gun,
is. People
yeah,
people are just ridiculous sometimes. But
yeah,
let's get to the actually the trade shows and stuff.
yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you about that if you don't mind. So I see you actually attend a lot of these different events out of state and all over. So what's the motivation and which ones do you end up wanting to go to and why?
Well, my next one coming up is in March, the 29th, in Kansas City. MRJ UNC 23 is a good friend of mine. He showed me around KC last year when I was there, and they had me come out, and I set up 3 tables. And a lot of people just want me to come and bring some of my older, rare, or they tell me just bring whatever you want to bring, and I bring a variety of stuff that people haven't seen. Because you go to another table, you might see all the recent stuff. So I'll bring the older stuff, or I'll bring the OGs to the Cherry 12s, or
Yeah, I love
I'll
those.
bring the OGs to the Bleed 13s, instead of bringing the newer retros that people are selling. I'm not
Yeah,
selling. I'm just there to show some of my collection. So I mean, I get a lot of love where people just say, I appreciate your positivity, I appreciate your videos, I learned a lot from your videos. And believe it or not, I watch a lot of people's videos. I just don't always comment. But
yeah.
if I like the video, I'll thumbs up it. I comment on your videos and stuff like that. But yeah, I love doing the shows. I love to travel.
Do
That's
you do
part
you
of.
you take it by car? I'm assuming I wouldn't be able to fly all those shoes out.
Nah, now where I go, my shoes go.
Yeah, no doubt, right?
I went to Dallas and I went to Little Rock, Arkansas, where I had to ship my shoes. And
Oof.
both of those places being warm climates, by the time I got there and got off the plane, my shoes were starting to melt in the box because it was
Oh
so
man.
hot. So
Yeah, no
now,
thanks.
I just take a whip. I have a van, so I'm able to
Yeah.
fit everything in there. My kids come, and my wife, she'll go shopping. She doesn't really care for the shows.
That's
Now
cool she comes along though.
she gets her coach person, so she's good with
Yeah,
that.
amen.
So um, we make it a family event, and they'll go like to the zoo or whatever city we're in. So they have fun, and we hang out at the hotel and stuff. So, I mean, it's they know that this is my passion, and I had roughly 350 pair when I met her, so she knew what I was into.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome then. Yeah, I had a good stack, at least a stack before I met my wife. So like it was kind of like she kind of knew what was going to happen,
yeah.
but yeah, I think that they probably think we're all a little bit off just from the passion of such a simplistic thing, but it's I don't know, it's just something so fun.
Mm.
Um, man, I had another question for you, but I forgot what it was, and I'm gonna have to find a different one. Um, let's see here. Yeah. So speaking of, what channel do you watch, if you don't mind disclosing that? Like who like if out of the YouTubers that are out there, maybe some newer ones, anybody that you got your eye on, or old friends that you want people to know that you support?
Homer Simpson, former Simpson, um,
Oh yeah, Phone was
in,
great.
Indeed 317. He
Yeah, another good
has
one.
he has he has some good vids.
He needs
Um,
to post more, indeed. He
yeah,
needs to post more. I want to see more from that guy.
yeah, because his videos are real interesting. Yours, J Star, before that mess he went through, I talked to him, but
Yeah.
J Star, he and Franelations, those were the first two, and it took them about a year to like watch me and watch my demeanor, and then they started backing me, and I owe a lot to them, and they were always in my corner. Soul Davita, I watch her on the female side. She's real cool. Um, young Dr. Seuss. I'm in with the commission. So
Does he post videos all the time? He doesn't post very often, does he?
nah, he's on the gig 7 days a week.
Ah.
But
I look for videos in my feed. I sometimes I just don't get a chance to watch videos, but sometimes I'm thirsty and I want to look for videos to watch, and I don't,
he
sometimes
always
I never
yeah. You
see.
can check out his older videos.
Yeah,
There's a lot of knowledge right there.
yeah,
And we talk a lot on the phone, and he keeps my spirits into to doing this, because it's times, to be honest, I just want to just stop doing videos and go back to just this is my own private collection, and
yeah.
I'll just
It's
post some.
I hear that, man. Well, I mean, once you like kind of expose yourself and leave yourself out there and stuff, there's definitely some vulnerability to it, and it's good because there's so much positive that comes out of it, but like a little bit of negative is always something that it takes a lot of positive to get rid of any negative, but
Yeah, yeah. But communicating with you, we exchange numbers, and now we communicate on a regular basis. Like I say, it's just one hand.
yeah,
And I'm fine with that. I've reached out to several people. I've been burnt a few times, but that's part of um, the growing process. And then
sure.
there's some younger people out there like Lil Mason, this little guy in Kansas City. I think he's listening right now. So what's up, Mace? I'm his mentor, and he's looking forward to me coming to KC and hanging out with him.
That's great.
So it's I try to help as many people as I can. I send out stuff,
Well, I see
free
it.
of
I see it
charge.
especially on Instagram. I always see shout outs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're always doing your work there.
Yeah, I'm trying, if people hit me up and ask me to try to do something, or try to find a shoe, I try to do that. But it's certain people that you have to earn trust,
Yeah,
and then and once you earn it, you have to maintain it. And if people, you trust or befriend, and they don't get things that they want, next thing they want to hate on you and stuff like that. But it's all about networking with people, and with the sneaker shows, I'm probably booked for 15 so far in
that's crazy, man.
2014, and
That's
I enjoy traveling. you
Yeah.
know I
So that's
enjoy
all,
it.
but that's all a financial drain for you, right? I mean, for the most part, because you're showing your collection off at these shows, but you don't get paid to show up at the shows. I'm assuming you have to pay for a
Yeah,
booth, right?
well, sometimes I pay for a booth. It's not as much as what a seller's booth would be.
Sure.
Then there are people that say, no, we just want you to come and just display your collection. You're an OG in the game. And then they say, well, can we buy you something? I tell them no. But then there's people who say, man, look, they want you to come, and your collection, you should at least have them pay for your gas to get there, or a hotel room or whatever. I'm just not that type of person.
So I think that's cool then. I mean,
You
and
know,
just from what I can see from that, because I see that you attend a lot of these. At least last year, I always see you at another sneaker expo. I'm like, how does he always keep going to these things? But like you get to go to these events and you're sharing your passion with other people, and it costs you more. I mean, it's not like I think it's cool. It's refreshing because a lot of times when I see these sneaker expos that are going on nowadays, it's all about people getting a booth so they can sell their product to try to make money.
yeah,
And you're on the tip where it's where I like that I think that things should need to get back to is showing and displaying your passion and sharing that with other people. I think that's cool, man.
But people want to buy all my shoes though.
Yeah.
But I only take one. You know, I take one shoe for people who want to either display or even if you're selling, Hess. I see people put both their shoes on the table, the
Yeah.
left and the right. The next thing they know, the box is gone. Come on now, you gotta be smarter than that. You
Yeah.
know you can't put both shoes on the table if you're a seller. Somebody gonna
Yeah,
get that
that's
5-finger discount and pick
yeah,
them up
that
and be gone.
I'd be scared for that as well, man,
Yeah,
because just traveling with so much I mean it's monetary value this on a lot of stuff is through the roof, so you
yeah.
definitely got to be careful.
Yeah, that's the thing I see with people that's selling. You know, they put both shoes on the table where they should just put, you know, one on the table and then one back behind them behind the table or whatever. But, you know, the thing I get is people seeing shoes that they haven't seen in a while or haven't seen at all when you bring out the Jordan Machs, the
Yeah.
Mach 15s,
I
the
had those. I had
17
those back in the
low.
day. I
You
had the
know,
samples of those Mach 15s.
yeah.
Um,
And a lot of people haven't seen those, so to actually see them, and they say, "Can I touch them? Can I pick them up?" I say, "I wear my shoes. Go ahead and pick them up." I mean, I'm not that type of collector. You know, like if you got some chocolate on your hand or something like that, that's different. But you know, if you want to pick them up, pick them up. I mean, it's shoes. You
yeah,
know, but that's the thrill I get out of it. Has
that's
is
cool,
that
man.
in communicating with people and people asking me questions like this. You know, what got you into the game and things like that. So
Yeah, like I
actually.
said, man, living legend right here. It's definitely something that
I
people
appreciate that.
should recognize and stuff. I had a question. I remember what the question was now.
Okay.
It's how do you keep your sneakers organized? If you want to find a shoe, how the hell do you know where it is? Because I have a little room here, and sometimes I'm searching for minutes just trying to find a shoe, and I can't even find them.
I get this to my wife. I put pictures on the box.
That's
And
awesome.
oh no, people ask me how I do that. You know those little packing slips you get
Yeah.
from Office Depot?
Okay.
And then I just take a picture with my camera, go to Walgreens, have them printed out, and then I cut it out small enough to just put on the box. As simple as that. But there are people out there now that make the little smaller patches. But he said he got the idea from me. I can't remember his name right now. You might know who he is. That has the stickers that go on the shoe boxes.
Yeah.
And he said he got the idea from
Okay.
seeing my
That's
pictures on the
dope.
box.
That's really cool then.
And I actually see a lot of people doing that now too.
Hold on, I gotta flag this guy. Jay's on my feed. I hate to block you, but you're getting blocked. He's posted his giveaway on his channel like 7,000 times.
Uh,
More of that stuff. Hey, oh man, and I lost my train of thought here. What was I gonna say? Um, so you don't have them organized by types of models and whatnot, or do
oh
you?
yeah,
Okay. So
definitely,
like, yeah, because
definitely.
that's I don't even have mine set up right, and it's difficult because you have the pack ones where like you have like the countdown pack, and I'm like I can't figure out
Yep.
where to.
Here's the PEs and the Nike Air stuff up in here. Over here are the packs, Oreos.
Man, oh yeah, that's dope. You have them all together.
See, and then I have all the packs right here.
That's crazy.
And then, you know, I go into the Jordan 1s that I showed you, and then the 2s and the 3 that just goes all the way around,
Man, we got to work on like a
you know.
project. Like
So,
I mean, or you should work on it, and I'd be happy to throw it on my website and everything else just to show everybody. But you have to like have like uh pictures of like every one of your shoes or something, so, or something
wow.
like you know how crazy of a like a like every blog site would cover it. Like you'd have
But to
like
flip through and see them,
just something, yeah, just to see all the different stuff or whatever.
yeah.
Because it's I can't even picture 700 different pairs of Jordans or 800 different pairs, and like it's got to be something fun to be able to look through. You should just do it for yourself to document it, but it would be pretty awesome to be able to
Well,
see.
you know, a lot of people ask me, do I do that? I have to do that for my insurance company. And I
Yeah,
have an insurance company out of Texas. So they actually had someone fly up here
yeah,
to
and document.
actually look because they didn't believe I had. And I think when I first got the insurance, I was at almost 400
That's
pair.
crazy.
And then each pair I get, I got to send them a picture. So now they have a running
Yeah,
total of how many shoes I have, which is pretty cool.
that's
But
awesome.
nobody, a lot of people didn't believe it till they actually came. And then, what the biggest thrill I had was when Jeremy Guthrie and Big Meech 41. Big Meech he works for Jordan Brand.
Okay.
He does some of the clothing, the clothing line for them, and he came up here for the Jay-Z concert. And of course, Jeremy Guthrie pitches for the Kansas City Royals. So he came by, and I couldn't believe he was. We shot a video down here, and he actually came to the house and trusted me to get him down to Comerica Park for the baseball game. That was
That's
pretty
awesome,
cool.
man.
That was pretty cool, man. And I'm just I'm not a professional athlete, and a lot of people hit me up saying, "Why don't nice kicks come to your house?" I'm not in control of that.
They
I'm not.
should,
I'm not in
honestly.
it. I'm not in it for that. If they come, if they reach out to me, that's something. If Jordan Brand hasn't reached out to me, Nice Kicks hasn't. None of the only person who has, and I think this helped jumpstart me too. I don't know if you remember this Sneaker
Oh
Freaker.
yeah, yep.
They made this custom cover, which actually sold out, and they have other covers with it. But they showed me a lot of love and put the actual Jordan 1 on it that I have up there.
That's
It
dope.
it was from that point, I think that's when I started getting a lot of recognition when that happened right there. But the Soul Collector put me in their All Star iPad magazine.
Oh
you
yeah.
know. So those were the two major things. But it's not about that to me. If they want to do a documentary, I'll do it. I'm not.
Yeah, we got to reach out to some of those people. It would be cool to see Nice Kick come through and do that.
Yeah,
A lot of people are saying for the next KickCast they want me to try to get the perfect pair on, which I'll talk to him about reaching out. His was crazy.
yeah,
His collection
his
was insane.
collection is yeah.
Yeah,
I just recently found him on Instagram, and I've been liking his pictures and stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, he definitely.
He seemed like a real humble guy as
Yeah.
well, so I like that. Hey, the quick question. There's somebody Surgeons left a comment and it says, "What do you guys think about the Drake samples, the OVO samples, and the 10s and the 12s, and what do you think about the ridiculous price tags on them?" Go ahead. You can take that one first.
That you said the word ridiculous. Come on now. A K for him?
Yeah.
No, no.
Man, 100,000.
I don't
I
care
can't.
who they're from. I don't care
Yeah.
who they're from. That's ridiculous. I don't think any site should allow anything to sell for that much,
I,
especially a sneaker. But
I don't even know how it's gonna end up working. Like,
yeah,
it's gonna be kind of crazy.
yeah,
But
uh,
I mean, like a lot of times I see things just get bid up just for the hype of it, and then who knows if it actually transposes to actual money. But
yeah.
it's crazy. Do you see that Drake actually gave those pairs out at a Toronto
At a
Raptor
Toronto
game?
game, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that
And then
was.
you turn around and sell them like that,
I
yeah.
know. Thank you for the gift, sir.
Like if Ray Allen came up to me and gave me a pair of those 16s that he had on,
Yeah.
do you think I would sell them? Heck
No.
no.
Yeah.
Heck no. I personally wouldn't. But, there's people out there, hey, I guess they try to make a financial gain off of it.
Yeah.
Can you be mad at them?
Man.
But for that price, come on now, that's ridiculous. But if I see people bidding on it, I looked at it last night, but are those legit bids or is that people just playing around and stuff
Who
like
knows?
that? Who
Do you
knows? But
how do you feel about the shoes though? The 10s and the 12s. Do you like them?
no,
You don't like them at all?
no, I don't.
That's an
I'm
honest
not a
opinion.
I'm not a Drake fan, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't base the shoe on him. But I don't like the shoes.
Yeah. So I actually went to the Drake concert, like when he came to Portland, and I filmed him like announcing that he's joining Jordan Brand because I knew that I actually went compliments to Jordan Brand with a bunch of people from JB, and so I already knew ahead of time that he was going to make an announcement, And then as we were going to the concert, I saw the pictures, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And everybody's like, yeah, Drake was in the office today. He swung by, and we gave him the shoes and stuff. And he drove like I think 30 hours or something like that in the snow to get there to make sure he showed up at the thing. It was pretty
Wow.
cool. I'm not the hugest Drake fan, to be quite honest. Concert was
Mhm.
decent, but I don't know. It's just crazy to me that there's so much hype is generated off of like just four. I guess there's technically four shoes, but
Mhm.
um, I'm interested to see what Drake does with Jordan Brand in the next year. Though we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
You know, just last year, if you remember, they were showing him on TV pretty much crying because he couldn't get in the locker room with the Heat, saying he was there with LeBron, and I mean I know it's all still Nike, but
Yeah.
I thought that he would be wearing LeBron shoes, to be honest. But Jordan is where everybody want to be. Every time you
Yeah.
turn around, somebody is trying to get on that team. So
That's actually a good question for somebody like for you, I guess. Is how do you feel about LeBron and the LeBron line? For somebody that just has pretty much Jordans, how do you feel about the LeBron side of things?
if I was to go to another shoe, it would be a KD.
Okay.
I don't really care for LeBron shoes, but that's just me. I love LeBron as a player, but I don't. His shoes aren't eye catching to me,
Yeah.
you know, and I have to like the look of a shoe for me to want to buy a shoe, and I like
That's
the look of all the KDs, so that would be a shoe, and a certain person on this hand. So I'm gonna get you a pair of KDs and see if you put them on. I said, okay.
that's hilarious.
But yeah, so
Hey, shout out to Ivan out there in Madrid. Just left a comment said it's 2:30 a.m. out in Madrid. That's
wow.
crazy. Thanks for watching, man.
Thanks for rocking with us, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's nuts. I think, man, we've been on for a little bit over an hour. Do you have anything else anything that you want to mention? Anything that you want to talk about? Any subjects at all? Not to throw you on the spot, but I figured we probably should start wrapping up.
Yeah. Oh no, we talked about it. Just staying positive in the game, um, helping other fellow sneakerheads if you can. If you're in a market where shoes don't sell out, and somebody is looking for a shoe, try to help them out at retail plus shipping. I mean, you helping a fellow sneakerhead out that's gonna wear the shoes. I just feel bad for people that constantly comment to me, I wanted this shoe, I'm gonna wear it, and then I look on this page, this person got 15 pair of shoes for sale
Yeah,
with no intentions
right.
of wearing them. That's where
That's
upsets me about the game. Because back,
yeah,
you ask about the internet. Back in the day, you could get a shoe up to a year later, sitting still on the shelves. What before they came in with the. But if you call, like I remember calling Cleveland, driving to Cleveland, going to get a shoe because they didn't have it here. But you had to call because it wasn't the internet, you
yeah,
know. So um, the internet is good, so you can see what's coming, but it's a curse when you
yeah,
try to cop it because the resellers. And another thing is those doggone online. I have no luck online. I talked to you about this, like with the
yeah,
Dernbachers. I have
yeah.
no luck whatsoever copping a shoe. I haven't copped one shoe online that I've wanted. That was
Nowadays it's
that was a hot
crazy.
shoe. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous. Unless you got those bots or whatever, I'd rather try my luck to just know I got it without having any help from the
yeah,
bots. But I haven't had any. Those are my things that I wish would change, and hopefully, you know, within the next year to 3 or 4 years, people will calm down and we'll go back to, sneakers, and they'll go on to maybe selling car tires or
yeah.
something. And leave the
Whatever makes
sneakers
money.
alone. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that like, do you think that the sneaker bubble will burst anytime soon? I mean, it's been an evolving thing, like as the year goes on. I mean, more and more
Yeah.
people are getting into sneakers. LeBron's
Yeah,
bringing in a whole new generation of sneakerheads.
yeah,
The way
yeah.
that the things are being ran, and I think it's a good thing. But do you think that the bubble is going to burst anytime soon?
No, nope.
I think
I
that's
think
yeah,
LeBron is he is the hottest thing out besides Jordan. If Jordan wasn't still in the mix, all this I believe focus would be on LeBron and then the KD line. But then there's some good Adidas sneakers out there now too. So they're making some steam too with their line. But I don't, because there's so many youngsters that I see at sneaker shows, and I talk to them, and and their mothers are standing right behind them, and they're funding them. I mean, long as they got the funding, it's gonna be there for them
yeah.
to buy, sell, and trade. You know, but if there was any way they could put a stipulation on how many you can buy, or you gotta go to the back of the line, I think that would help a little bit.
Well, that's what I mean. That's the way it is, at least in Nike Portland. That's I mean, if people want to get more than one shoe, and if it's a first come first serve sort of thing, they have to go back, and it usually is like a limit one. So it depends on the location. Some places are corrupt. I mean,
Mm.
straight up corrupt. I'm sure everybody saw the thing with the House of Hoops with I think it was the Oregon Duck Foamposites. The guy sold like half of them to like one dude, and that guy put
Mhm.
them all on eBay for like a crazy price. But they kind of got called out for it, so it's interesting to see. I don't really like the way that everything is now. I mean, I feel like it's gonna evolve. If you look back a year, 2 years ago, the way that you used to be able to try to buy shoes, even in store or online, it's
Mhm.
evolved, and I think that it's gonna keep evolving. Um, the programs and the bots and all those things will probably evolve as well, but hopefully there's some sort of a method where it's a little bit more fair and you have more of a chance to actually be able to get something that you want.
Yeah, without, like I'll probably never get the DB5s. The DB10s are still in that possible range, but you still gonna pay
Four,
triple,
yeah, yeah, at least
maybe
four or so.
500,
Yeah,
600. They're around 500, 600 right now, but those DB5s, is I'm not paying $1,700, $2,000 for those.
yeah, that's no.
But
I got
I
lucky on that. I feel happy. I got lucky on that. And it
yeah,
felt like it was really meant to be because meeting the family and all that stuff was just
yeah,
crazy. It
that was a
was
dope video too. Yeah, that was sweet. Yeah, I like that.
no, I appreciate that.
But I have something in the works with Mashi again, and he's coming up with something. I want to give it away, but it's a family shoe
Okay.
for me, and it's like a family tree shoe. It's gonna be pretty dope.
Hey, I've been meaning to ask you about those Ray Allen twos
Hmm.
that you had made. Those things are ridiculous.
Yeah,
I really, if you can send me some detailed images of those, like just
sure.
like at least 4 or 5 images. I want to make a blog post about that, and I want to send that to some people over in JB.
Uh, yeah, this is a guy locally here in Detroit. He goes by the name of Illionaire. So check him out on Instagram. That's pretty much the only way to get in touch with him. And he's doing a Ray Allen 13 bucks for me.
Wow,
Also, I'll send you some teaser pictures. I'll text them to you that he did. Man, the shoe looks like the real
it
PE.
looked amazing. Yeah,
These here, he really hooked these up. Then he did the inserts too. Did you see the inserts?
yeah. The picture or whatever was on it.
And yeah, he did. He had one of Boston. Hold
Yeah, if you guys didn't see these Ray Allen twos, man, they're crazy. Definitely, Jumpman put them on Instagram, and they look wild. I want to put a website article on these things and share them with some people.
I had this idea. I wanted to do a tribute to Ray Allen because he's my favorite player. So one of the inserts is from the championship with
Yeah,
Boston,
that's
and
dope.
then the one, and he killed it with that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So he's working on a couple more PEs for me, doing a custom 4
nice.
Seattle for me, and then he's doing a Bucks 13 for me. I'll send you the picture of the Bucks. Like I said, he just sent me a picture yesterday, and they look pretty sweet.
That's dope, man. How do you feel about the rumors that he got Game 2, like making a sequel to the movie or something? Is that?
Hey,
Yeah, I don't know if it's
they
true or
should
not.
leave it. They should leave it alone. Some things are just made for one,
Yeah,
like Space Jam. It's
yeah, I'll agree with
one.
that.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, send me if you can email me some high res pictures of
Yeah,
those things because I want to
yeah.
share those around. Ray needs to get a hold of those, just a picture of those, or someone needs to get on Ray Allen's radar because he'll be impressed. It's
Yeah,
pretty
you know, I
awesome.
sent him. I sent him to his Instagram page, but he never responded. I even sent
Yeah,
him to LeBron's page. I figure LeBron checks his
yeah,
Instagram,
yeah,
so I just would like want him to see him,
yeah.
because
No,
he did and he
yeah.
made him. He used the CDP2 is
Okay,
what he used as the base shoe
that's
for
crazy.
it.
Yeah, it's which is all white. If you guys don't know that one, it's
Oh,
it's an all white with accents of red. I have
mm-hmm.
those ones as well. Those are dope.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I think it's about that time. We should probably wrap up. I just want to say thank you so much for joining the chat. Really do appreciate it. And this is the first KickCast that I'm going to do, and it's just going to be available on my website. All of the KickCasts are going to be in one spot, so you guys can check them as the months go on if you guys are interested. But thank you guys for everybody that's watching. We had about 135 viewers like the entire time
For
or so.
real?
Yeah, so
Wow.
do appreciate
Thank
all you
you.
guys out there.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Yeah. And I appreciate you too. Before we go, thank you for being a true, loyal, and real friend and trusted me with your number.
Yeah,
Like I
absolutely.
trusted you with my, that, I mean, that's trust where
Yeah,
you know that you communicate with somebody and it's between them. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Because I've had it happen where people get mad and they try to throw you under the bus or whatever. But I appreciate you. I appreciate being the first guest, and I appreciate everybody for taking the time to check us out.
Excellent. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and end the chat at that. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast. Thank you guys for watching, though. Be sure to thumbs up the video if you guys would like it. We'll share it with other people, and we'll catch you guys later.
Peace.